Welcome to the Create Harmony podcast with Sally Burlington. This is a podcast about setting an intentional rhythm, about savoring life's blessings and learning how to use our imagination as a way of listening to God. If you want to learn more about how to bring stillness and gratitude into your life, you'll probably find a lot here that you love. And if you like to be creative and fun, there is a place for you here as well. In this place, we'll take a few minutes to celebrate everyday joys and remind ourselves how to notice goodness all around us. Welcome back to episode 32 of the Create Harmony podcast, and we are so glad that you are here. So over the past few weeks, we've been talking about how we can find and sustain joy in all of our lives. So for review, at the beginning of this discussion, I shared that I read a lot of books on this topic. I'm not an expert myself, but I like to draw expertise from other people who have written on this topic. And in all of this reading, I really saw some clear themes that related to how we find joy. And it seems that if you have these habits related to these themes, then you have a higher likelihood of having a joy-filled life. So for review, the themes that I have been seeing over and over again are gratitude and an awareness that there is something greater than you, stillness and calm, regular periods of rest, a sense of wonder about the world around you, and a time of play or knowing how to be playful. So last week we focused in on wonder and what mindset shifts would need to happen in order to create a sense of wonder throughout our days. So if you missed that conversation, you can always go back and catch yourself up. And this week we are going to tackle the concept of stillness and calm. Now stick with me here. If you are a person who likes movement and physical activity, this is not the point where I tell you to sit quietly and still for hours on end. But before we get to that, let's make the distinction between our two concepts. We will start with calm. Now, calm is more of an emotion than stillness is. It's a posture that you adopt, a mental posture that you adopt when you want to get a better perspective on your life. Think of it as the calm before the storm. Think that's the kind of calm that we're looking for, gentle and quiet calm. It's the beat you take to think more deeply about your decisions. It's the voice you use when you want to settle a loved one down in a stressful situation. Calm opens the door for peace to walk in. It welcomes wisdom. Now, we all want to find that feeling of calm, but sometimes we can't quite access that level of centeredness. Lots of times I can't quite access that level of centeredness. We have to incorporate the practice of stillness. That's what the purpose of stillness is. This is a behavior we do in order to access more calm. So in episode 23, way back in episode 23, we talked about clearing out closets. We were talking about decluttering and clearing out our physical spaces. And in that episode, I said when I was looking to clean out spaces, when I was doing that process of decluttering, the kind of feeling that I was looking for was like when you come upon a clearing in the wilderness. It's the place where the landscape opens up and light gets in. And this is the way I want you to think about stillness. Think about stillness that way. When you practice stillness, you're creating a clearing in your life and your mind. You are making a place for calm and peace to reside. Now, where are my I can't meditators? You come on, raise your hand. I can't meditate. That's not for me. I don't know how to do it. Can't sit quietly. Don't know how to do that. I've tried it. It just doesn't work for me. Raise your hand if that's you. There are plenty of us that want to find calm, but find it really hard to incorporate the practice of stillness, including myself on some days. But stillness is accessible to all of us. It is just a matter of finding a way that works for you. And to be clear, we're talking about mental stillness here, not physical stillness. So you might find your version of stillness by walking quietly outside. You might need a guided meditation experience. Yours could be found through journaling or art. I sometimes find stillness while doing jigsaw puzzles, and the fact that I have something to do with my hands helps me open my mind and clear space to find calm. Your version of stillness might be intertwined with prayer, and this type of stillness takes our prayer life into more of a listening posture. It's one that gives room for the Holy Spirit to guide us. So that might be the kind of stillness that you are best at. And if you're looking for ways to add more stillness, but finding it difficult, maybe what you could try, here's an idea to try. You could try shortening the amount of time. If you find quieting your life difficult, shorten it to a very short period of time. Even that very short period of time will make a difference. For example, set a timer for 3 minutes and sit quietly. And I guarantee you, you will see a change in your life, even just 3 minutes. And everyone can find 3 minutes in their day to sit quietly. If you can add that one little 3-minute habit, and then once you get that regularly going, you might extend it to 5 minutes. Maybe you extend it to 10 minutes. And then you've gotten some traction going on adding stillness into your life. And now I want to share with you, I have been a regular meditator for many years, and I am really, really convinced of the benefits of regular meditation. However, I often find times, regularly, every week, every other day, I tend to think I'm too busy or too overwhelmed or too something. And I have to really focus myself on why, again, today I need to meditate. It's just like exercise. You are going to have times that you fall behind, but just start again. God will be waiting right there. So hopefully those of you who already have this habit in your arsenal have been reassured by this discussion. And for those who have not yet adopted a regular habit of stillness and calm, maybe you heard something today that seemed compelling. Maybe you want to put your hand down and think, maybe I can meditate. Maybe I might become a meditator. Maybe you thought of a way you might want to test the waters a little bit. Maybe you could use last week's skill of wonder to find out what stillness and calm are all about. So for today, we will close with a mindful moment. And in order to do that, I want you to start out by settling your body into your most comfortable position. If you're moving in some way like walking or driving, just make adjustments to make sure you feel comfortable and relaxed and shake out any tension that you feel yourself holding. Now take a deep breath, breathe in possibilities, and breathe out gratitude. And now picture yourself in a wilderness with branches and vines all around you. It's hard for you to move around because the plants are so thick around your body. You push the branches back and see a clearing right beside you. You step out into the sun. The space is open and wide. You can move. You can breathe. You feel the warmth of the sun on your cheeks. You stretch your arms out. You feel at peace. Now, with that feeling of peace from the clearing that you found in your mind, begin to bring your awareness back to the podcast. bring yourself back to where you started. Take one last deep breath, breathe in possibilities, and breathe out gratitude. And may it be so. Thanks so much for joining us today for our discussion of stillness and calm. We'll be back next week with another topic related to joy and how to incorporate it into our lives. So we hope you'll join us again then too. And until next time, peace.